all right. Firstly, just want to say thank you for everyone who's been subscribing to the channel and giving the exercises a go. Thank you. As we've said before, we want to share positivity, not just for exercise, for some people are doing some great things. Today, I'm here. Get that right. The French Brain Injury Rehabilitation Centre. I'm meeting a young lad that I know through coaching him through kickboxing. He's 18, Joseph. He's been through the mill the last 6 weeks, where he was paralysed 6 weeks ago, and he's now going through a journey to try and get himself back. So watch this space, see my chat with Joe. He's on a journey. He wants to run a marathon from being paralysed. So go give him a follow, guys, and see my chat. You take care. This is Joseph. So I've known Joe, what, about 14, something like that, when you came in kickboxing?
I don't know, I think a bit older.
A bit older, like 15, yeah. So I've known Joseph, this is about 15 years old. You're 18 now?
18 now, yeah.
18 now. He came in kickboxing with his older cousin Billy.
Yeah.
Did a bit of kickboxing, like a total novice, and just been part of the club. And then he got into his gym, and then started doing the weights and stuff like that, getting a bit massive. Until, a few weeks ago, I noticed something happened. So Joseph will explain it.
So I got something called Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is where your immune system attacks your nerves, and then because your nerves are damaged, signals don't get to your muscles, so you can't move very well, or at all sometimes, and it can affect like your heart, your swallowing, your lung muscles. So it can kill you. But luckily, I didn't die. But it's just started off tingling. A few days later, I was weaker. Then a few days after that, I couldn't move or walk.
And this has never happened to you before?
No, never before.
So you're fit and healthy, and then all of a sudden...
Yeah, completely fine, and then
within days?
I had a cold for a while before, and then within a week I couldn't walk.
And then you're in hospital?
Yeah, hospital 6 weeks.
That's where you've been, this is 6 weeks on. Quite scary? Have you and your parents probably, and your family?
Yeah, it was, because it's just 100,000 people have it or can get it, and most don't go to hospital. It's just never really heard anything of it.
So you didn't know you had this then?
I knew I had it a week out. A week in, when I couldn't walk, when I went A&E, I then realised what I had. They said what I had, but before then, I was just told it was just a cold, where you've been ill from a virus, and this way you're just tired. So I didn't realise what it was at first.
Right, okay.
But it was in a way nice to know what was wrong, so you know it's getting treated rather than it's just
a cold,
unknown. Yeah, unknown cold. This made you not able to move. It's nice to know what it actually was.
Well, that explains it. Yeah. So you were in the hospital. We spoke earlier about the NHS, how fantastic being in the way they helped you. We're now we're in French in Bristol in a rehabilitation centre.
Yeah, for brain and neurological problems.
Okay, and the idea, this is physio? What do they do?
Yeah, so it's just physio, occupational therapy, which is like functional, getting dressed, moving. It's more the arm side, upper body side. Whereas physio is more moving, walking, standing up, getting around, and it's just more Southfield is more like the medical side.
Right. Okay.
All my treatments were there, and making sure I'm not healthy, like checking my breathing, because you have to do an FVC machine to check your breathing there.
So you had to kind of be stabilised a bit to make sure you were ready to move here. Is that the way it works?
You've got to be through the worst part.
Right, okay.
To get there, I think, before you can come in. But that is the more medical side. Here's more the rehabilitation side. So learning to walk again, and because they haven't got enough, the physios there, they've got a lot of people to see, so they haven't got time to do it as intense as it can be here.
Which is what this is specialist for. So you talked about walking again. So I know Joe from being very active, punching, kicking the pads. That's going to the gym.
Yeah.
So this has been 6 weeks since you kind of were hospitalised, type of thing.
Yeah.
So where were you from that stage to where you are now? What's the improvement? Because this is about Joe's. He's improved so much. Why he's got a long way to go. You wouldn't believe how far he's improved. So
Well, yeah, from my worst stage, my first day of my plasma, I literally was like a dead body. I had to get picked up and put in the chair. I couldn't do anything, and now I can move around, can lift my legs up a bit. I'll send you the videos, but I can move a bit now against gravity. I still can't, like if you pushed against my arm, I wouldn't be able to. I've got no power. But
Can you throw a punch? Yeah. We're getting pads out. Yeah.
I can move, but not much power. But it's because obviously the nerves as they recover, more strength will come back.
And standing? No, I
can stand off higher platforms. I probably wouldn't be able to stand off this chair, but higher platforms I can stand up off, which is improving.
Which is improvement from when only a few weeks. Cause so Joe's got an Instagram page. What's it called?
Yeah, GBS to marathon, but with a 2.
Alright, okay. Well, I'll share it so people can see and watch this video, and they can go and follow your journey, and you will see, which is where I originally saw Joseph's struggles, because I know that young man, and you can see the journey already in that 6 weeks, the improvement where you've come on. Where there's one only a short time ago where you try to lift your legs from the bed was hard enough, and your drinks bottle trying to raise that up, and now you can raise your arms up. You threw a poor white cross, but we can improve on that one.
Yeah, get there.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. So how are you feeling yourself?
I don't feel too bad now. It's frustrating, obviously, but I've kind of accepted it, and it's starting to improve now. Everyone's been nice that I've met, especially one nurse, Mary. She's very nice, but everyone's been nice and supportive, and there is. If you just look at the bad side of it, then you would just be depressed. But you can focus on other things, and then you've got time to think and do other things, and you can raise money for charity and help find cures or preventions for all those conditions. There will be good things that come out of it.
100%, because you can say yes, you have visitors, yes, you have the specialists, but you've got time to yourself. Yeah. And your mental health, you would struggle with that.
Hello, I've got some medication.
Just press pause a minute, alright?
Sorry.
We've got to start again now, because Joe's just come in for your tablets, that sort of thing, all the nurses and stuff. So, so we know it must, your mental health, you've got to be mentally very strong to think, you're going to have a bad day, you're going to say, oh, wow, but I'm chatting to you, and we've been messaging, and you've been saying, I will come back stronger, I will do alright, and it's just, I'm very impressed, Joe, with your attitude, because many people would just go, I can't do this. So what's the end goal? Where do you want to be? What do you want to do?
The end goal for this Instagram is I want to make it big and raise a lot of awareness for a condition that most people do not know what it is. So I want to go and spread it around with a lot of other people, so they can all see and donate, and even if they don't donate, just actually know what it is, know what the condition is, and other people that are not even just this condition, but with people that are dead in their bed or struggling with something, to prove you can go from being the absolute not moving, like essentially paralysed, to running 26 miles.
And that's the idea, you want to run a marathon?
Yeah, run a marathon at the end,
Because I know people that train for marathons, and it's really hard. It's really hard. And we were talking just now about you can't stand up just yet. So you're now going to run a marathon.
It's going to be a big challenge, but when the nerves work again, they said obviously I have muscle memory, so I must have come back faster. Yeah. And I was focused a lot of time into running the marathon. You can have long-term effects. You could have, some people will never recover. You could have permanent weakness or permanent tingling. So I'm just going to push through, recover, and then run the marathon.
Well, you got my full backing, and you'll do it. I know your mentality. I know you'll do it. Your family will be behind you. I'm super impressed that from where you've been to where you want to be and where you are today. Keep doing you.
Keep working.
I'm gonna come back every few weeks and we'll check in. And we'll see how Joseph's doing and see his improvement. And we'll get to a stage where I'll bring the pads and we'll have a proper where you can throw a better punch and maybe a few kicks and you stand up and your balance is there. But we'll do that as well. What I promise you, we'll get Joseph throwing some combinations again. And then follow his journey. Joe, I wish you all the best, and everyone will share the Instagram page and everybody will buy into it and support you and see your journey. Keep doing you, mate, because you're super inspirational.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
No worries, mate. Hi guys, I was sat on the driver after sitting and chatting to Joe and listening to what he's been through and like things can change so quickly. And we're all in that position where life's going well and tragedy does happen. It could have been so much worse. Being paralysed is so bad, but again, it could have been worse. And his mindset, how positive he is, and how he wants to raise awareness and raise money and charity work and just promote what he's struggled with, run a marathon. I'm totally inspired by him. Totally inspired. He's an inspirational young man. When he came in kickboxing a few years back with him and his cousin, both quite quiet gentlemen, just train, happy, but no fuss. He's still doing things now. All the world on his shoulders, no fuss. He's gonna smash this. He's inspired me. I hope he's inspired you. You can do things. You will do things. He ain't gonna give up, and I intend to help him and support him any way I can. Yeah, I'm feeling very lucky that I get to exercise and do my thing, and he can't do that right now. But I'm also extremely confident that he will be doing it again soon. And if I can share that with you, I will.